Sometimes life as a YouTuber can be incredibly boring, but today is not such a day. Ethereum is getting a new standard. We don't just have tokens now, we don't just have NFTs now, we've got something that combines both and creates a real solution to a massive problem. The standard is called ERC-404 and it solves the problem of NFT liquidity. Sometimes you might not be able to sell your NFT, right? You bought that NFT maybe a year ago, now nobody talks about it anymore, so there's no buyer for the NFT anymore. Now we've got a new kind of token NFT combination that is going through the roof. People are buying this like mad. Have a look at this. This is Pandora. This is the very first of such tokens. It's the blue chip of the bunch and it went up roughly 600% in the last week alone. And this from a pretty large base already. Since launch, Pandora went up by almost 5,000%. The launch on February 2nd. Have a look at the table behind me. This is DEX Screener. This looks at how much trading volume is there on different coins. And when we order this by trading volume in the last 24 hours, Pandora is still more than double of the second contender, still more than 1 week after launch. This is not normal. This is not a pump and dump. And I think there is a real chance that this token standard could become the new norm for all NFTs. Imagine a DeFi protocol where you could deposit your NFT, you could convert it into ERC-404, and then you can use all of the new technology. Now let me explain you what that technology actually is and why I think it's pretty useful. I wasn't really that interested in the NFT market in the last bull run, and that had two reasons. I wanted to buy the blue chips, but the blue chips were too expensive. Buying just one NFT could easily cost 30, 40, 50,000 US dollars. I didn't want to bet this for the very first time. But buying a cheaper NFT also isn't that great because once you buy that, you don't know if you can still sell it a year from now. ERC-404 solves those problems. Now here's the website of Pandora. It's not very impressive, but let me show you something. There is on the one side the NFTs. So this is OpenSea. And the cheapest NFT currently costs 14.9 Ethereum. Now at the current price of Ethereum, that's $33,853. Now have a look at this. This is the Pandora token. And it currently trades for $29,000. Relatively close to the NFT, not exactly the NFT. Now this new standard binds the coins or the tokens with the NFTs. Once you hold one token, so one Pandora token, you buy it simply on Uniswap, then you also automatically get an NFT minted into your wallet. If you only buy 0.9 tokens, then you don't get the NFT. Once you buy another 0.1 tokens, you're full. With that one token in your wallet, you get the NFT. And what you can then do is you can sell the NFT on OpenSea, but that selling will also remove the token balance. So the tokens are directly linked to the NFT. So there's real fractional ownership here of the floor of an NFT collection. You can always sell your NFTs simply by using Uniswap, simply by selling the token. And arbitrage bots will take opportunity of this. So now the arbitrage opportunity would be to buy one token here for $29,000 and then to sell this on OpenSea maybe for 14.8 Ethereum. Important though in all of this is of course to consider gas fees and to consider also the OpenSea fees and also the Uniswap fees. So arbitrage won't necessarily happen too often, but there will always be a cheaper way to buy this, right? Either as an NFT on OpenSea or as a token on Uniswap. And if you buy the tokens, you get the NFT. If you buy the NFT, you get the tokens. It does not matter where you buy. Think of all those dead NFT projects that don't have liquidity anymore. Think of a DeFi protocol where you can deposit those old tokens. Think of a DeFi protocol that converts old NFTs to ERC-404 and where you could then trade actually your old NFT. Suddenly the NFT market becomes liquid again. How about that? Now there's a nice article about all of this on blockmates.com. I've never been on this website before, but every single video discussing ERC20 and discussing Pandora is talking about it. And there is quite some nice information here, especially the FAQs, as in what happens if you don't buy a full token, what happens if you transfer them, when you sell, what kind of NFT actually gets burned, etc. It's all explained here. Feel free to check it out. What's also nice is that CoinMarketCap already has its own category for this. So there isn't only Pandora, even though that's by far the largest of the projects. There's also Defrogs, there's also Monarch and Rugged Art, etc. Feel free to check it out. There's also the same thing on CoinGecko. Categories overview. I will post this all down below. Now, how should we attack this market? I have the feeling this could potentially develop very similar to BRC20, where it took a while until the centralized exchanges jumped on this. Most BRC20 tokens didn't do much, but Ordi got listed on centralized exchanges and Ordi exploded after that listing. It wasn't a smooth ride though. We first went down from $25 all the way to $3.5 or so, but then Binance came and Binance pushed this up and we made a 20x. Still, even if you rode this through the whole valley, you'd be up by 3x in a matter of a few months. Are we going to see that much volatility with Pandora? I don't think so. The reason for this, again, is liquidity. Have a look at this number over here. This is a liquidity pool of 41 million. Not market cap, but a liquidity pool. That is huge. Look at the liquidity pool of Curve Finance, pretty much non-existent. Here's 1.7 million. Look at any kind of liquidity pool on the Ethereum chain. 41 million is absolutely massive, especially after just a few days. So I believe actually that if there won't be a massive exploit in all of this, that this could potentially become the new NFT standard. And then Pandora could become something like CryptoPunks, with the only difference that this time we can have fractional ownership and that we don't need a whole Pandora token. You do not need to buy the entire CryptoPunk, the entire Pandora token. You now have true fractional ownership. The only question mark I have left is rarity on NFTs, right? If you get an NFT minted once you cross this 1 token mark and you get it destroyed once you cross the 1 token mark, right? Above and below. And how valuable really is rarity at that point? Can bots potentially go above and beyond that threshold several times to then pick up the rare NFTs or create so many NFTs until they get one? So yes, there is still a lot of risks here, and yes, there are still question marks, and I don't know if that exploit actually works. For the time though, there is a ton of momentum around this, and I would be incredibly surprised if we do not see a proper Pandora listing on centralized exchanges. There might be more multiple X returns in the smaller coins, but risk adjusted, I think Pandora is the best bet. There is a ton of risk in Pandora, but there is way more risk in all the other ERC-404 tokens for now. I'm currently treating this market very similar to BRC20, just with the difference that I think that much more capital will flow into all of this. You don't need a Unisat wallet. You don't need to have complicated transactions that take 2 hours on the Bitcoin blockchain. You can simply just use Ethereum. You can simply just buy via Uniswap and participate in a new technology. It's true fractional NFT ownership. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. There's also a free Telegram. Link is down below. And there's also a premium membership, thebitcoinstrader.com. It's also down below with all information.